Add to the string. 1, 2, check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Boom, boom. 1, 2, check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, check, check. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Dun, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Okay, microphone check in the place to be. 1, 2, 1, 2. Cobra Kai, season 3, episode 2. Watching chat. All right. One, two. One, two. All right, that's good to go. Cobra Kai. Echo. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3. On the. Hey, what's going on, Miss Full Roller? Thank you for coming in to my watching chat tonight for Cobra Kai season 3, episode 2. Mhm. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it so much. Uh-huh. Hey, Miss Full Roller, you still doing your trivia, your R&B trivia tonight at 9:30 on your channel? All right. Okay, that's cool. Mm. It was, it was, it was, it was a few of those questions I kind of missed. Just couldn't think about them. I guess maybe I was tired last Saturday because usually I can get the answers a lot quicker. Mm-hmm. 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 Dun dun dun. Boom 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 boom. 1, 2. So I'm just trying to figure out: are you going to do 70s again, 70s music, or 80s music? I'm just kind of curious. Huh. Okay. Oh, 1980s. Oh, perfect. Oh, I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna get it. Mm. It just seemed like last week I couldn't type fast enough for your for those for the answers or something. I couldn't figure out my keyboard and just stream. I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't type fast enough. I don't know. YouTube was slowing me down from typing too fast or something, I think. Because I would have got my answers in a lot faster hadn't YouTube slowed me down or something. Something was slowing me down because I was typing just as fast as I could on my keyboard. Mm-hmm. Yep. We will rock you. Boom, boom. Okay, Miss Floro. All right. Yeah, go ahead and restart your laptop. Hey, what's going on, Jordan? I appreciate you coming in, man. For my hey, what's up, Angel? Hey, appreciate everybody coming in. Just waiting for people to roll in. Rolling. I'll put a link in for anybody. Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in for Cobra Kai season 3, episode 2. I messed up on my thumbnail. It says it's from episode 1. I thought I uploaded episode number 2 from season 3, but I'll get that all straightened out. Well, what's going on, Angel? I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for coming in for my second watching chat for Karate Kid Cobra Kai season 3, episode number 2. Mm-hmm. Just slowly still waiting for people to come on in. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Roll. I got you. I meant, no, I meant for my live last week. Okay, I got you. I got you now. I got you. I see what you're saying. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got you now. Dun 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 dun. Boom 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 boom. Dun 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 dun. I really like how you presented your questions too, um, Miss Four Roller, with the trivia questions. I was trying to figure out were you using PowerPoint or anything. Jordan says Dragon Sword. Hey Shannon, my friend, I'm here right here in the chat. Dragon Dragon Sword, Jordan. But Dungeons and Dragons. I'm just trying to think. Dragon Sword, Dungeons and Dragons. Uh, mm, 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 mm. JELLO. No, I type everything in GIMP and then load into OBS. Okay. Wow. You know, is GIMP? Is GIMP free? I get the impression GIMP is for free. Let me take a look. GIMP. Good old GIMP. Mm-hmm. I got to turn. All right, 1, 2. Yep, GIMP is free. You know, I'm at the not free 99-cent stuff. Yeah. All right, everybody, I'm gonna get started soon for Cobra Kai. Waiting on a few more people to come in. I'll get started soon here shortly for Cobra Kai season 3, episode 2 on Netflix. Netflix got a lot of good shows on there. Also, we've been watching. We caught up on all the episodes of the Parkers on there. They got Girlfriends on there. They got Sister. You know, good old Netflix got a lot of good shows on there. If you know, like good movies or good TV shows, they show a lot of old school movies and TV shows. Mm-hmm. No, no, no. Oh. Hey, what's going on, Web Savvy? Thank you for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. Welcome to Cobra Kai season 3, episode 2, Netflix show. I messed up, malfunction. I don't know. I guess I wasn't paying attention. I put season 3, episode 1 for the thumbnail. Somehow I thought I uploaded the right thumbnail, but I'll get it all straightened out. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Boom. Mm-mm-mm. Dun dun dun. Boom. Boom boom boom. Do 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 do. Boom boom. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. boom, boom. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 boom boom. Do 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 boom boom boom. Hey. Oh, is that a duck I see? You got Web 7 in the chat. That looks like a duck. I can't tell. Is that a duck or is that a snake? Oh, okay. Wait, is that a duck? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that is a snake. I thought it was a duck. Boy, the graphics. Oh, wait a minute. See on StreamYard, it looks like a duck, but on YouTube, it's a snake. I don't get it. Yeah. Do 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 boom boom boom. Boom do do boom boom do. Do 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 do. Mm, 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 mm. Hey, how you doing, Captain Bates? I appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome to the watching chat. Cobra Kai season 3, episode 2. I'm about to get rolling, so I'm about to roll film. We can get on down with it. I tell you, that first episode went by really fast. I know it's a 30-minute episode, but my gosh, they packed a lot in for for a 30-minute episode. You know, because I guess with TV, you got commercials and everything, but with Netflix, it's straight on from start to end. And, it's a one-way trip. You know. Mhm, 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 mhm. Hey, what's up, Zero? Yo, Zero. What's the deal? What's the deal, Zero? Appreciate you coming to my second watch. My second watch in. My second watch in chat. Yeah, thank you so much. My second watch in chat. All right. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. All right. I guess I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's get the ball rolling. Keep the ball rolling. All right, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead. Guess I go ahead and get started. But with season 3, episode number 2. Ready to watch Cobra Kai? Let me find my Cobra Kai. All right, I'm gonna get started soon. So what's been going on, Zero? It's good to see you in here, man. I saw you. I think I did. I see. You? I saw you last week as well. Uh, did I see you in Miss Full Rollers trivia last Saturday as well? Zero. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Ain't no thing. Ain't no thing but a chicken wings. That boy. I'm just a Superman. Well, 1, 2. Hey, how you doing, Jordan? Hey, how you doing, Jordan? Doing all right, Jordan? Let's see. Let me find my Netflix. Mhm. Okay, everybody. So, this next episode is coming up. It's Cobra Kai season 3, episode 2. It's called Nature versus Nurture. It says Daniel and Johnny team up to find Robbie Miguel faces an uncertain future. Croesus tries to bring Tori back to Cobra Kai. As you recall from the first episode, from last Saturday, the first episode kicks back off. It picks back up from the second season. Um, they do a they do a recall of what happened from the last ending episode of season two, and it's just a flashback showing how Robbie was injured. No, Robbie and all the students that got into the fight at the schoolhouse, and they got kicked out. They got in big trouble. Hmm. So now they trying to clean up the mess from season two that's carried over to season three. So Miss Full Roller, you got Netflix? I was just curious. I couldn't recall if you said you had it or not. Did you see the first episode for season three for the Cobra Kai season three on Netflix? Did you see episode one? One, two. Wait, what's going on, Web Savvy? Appreciate you coming into my watching chat. I'm
Hey,
getting ready.
Shannon. I've been here for a while. I just couldn't talk because it was so loud on my side. But
Okay.
I wanted to catch up where you guys were. What number are you on?
I'm getting ready to get rolling. Episode two. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead
Well,
and get
let me
started.
stop it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started now.
Season 3, episode 2, right?
Yeah, but I
Okay,
messed
I'll
up on
stop
my.
mine because I got ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I messed up, so I'm rolling now. I messed up on. I put the thumbnails season three, episode one. I meant season three, episode two, but I'll
Oh,
get that
okay.
straight now.
All right.
All right, rolling now.
Okay. Start now. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Says Sony Pictures.
Yeah, Sony Pictures.
Okay, good. Ooh, look at those nice cars.
Yeah, those are nice.
Hey, Shannon, you can't hear my TV, right?
No, I sure can't.
Okay, perfect,
Can't
perfect.
hear it. So you see him inside the restaurant.
I'm trying to figure out who that is.
Who? Oh, at the restaurant with
Yeah,
the guy. Oh, that's what you call.
somebody's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Join the army.
Yeah. Oh. Oh
Okay,
yeah. He
so
tripped
I
him
know
up.
you're ahead.
Oh, okay. I
That's okay. That was messed up. Oh, that's him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when he was young. That's what made him go into the army right there. Mm.
Okay.
Crease.
It's just like one of those Chinese flicks when they all, one master and his dojo against the other ones.
Yeah. Oh Lord, I can't look at no more mats flooring this week. Oh boy, that's Oh, you ain't got there yet.
My God.
You see him in the hospital now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got. Yeah, that's messed up.
Okay, I see a car now. I skipped ahead a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Are you there? Oh no. I can.
Yeah, you see Daniel in the car.
Yeah, he's talking with the man. There's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Johnny. Mm-hmm. Boy, he looked
I
rough
watched the first two episodes, Shannon.
from
Season
season one.
one. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they are good. Mm-hmm. That's really good. Yeah, it goes by fast so quick.
And then I was falling asleep, and then my husband said, "I'm gonna keep watching." I'm like, "Don't you gonna watch without me? You didn't got me onto it now." I'm like, "Oh yeah,
Oh, he likes it.
yeah."
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's fun to watch. Go, we sitting here. We blew through those episodes in no time.
They doing Tai Chi. I like Tai Chi.
Oh yeah, that's Johnny's ex-wife right there, the girl.
Oh, the blonde.
Yeah, that's Johnny's
Okay,
ex-wife.
okay.
Yeah, and Robbie's mom.
It didn't even seem like they knew each other when he first walked up. Gosh.
Yeah, what? Yeah, you had to go back and see why.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Crease.
Now, Shannon, was she his girlfriend back in the movie?
Nah, I
Okay,
no, she wasn't in the movie, but like for the series, I
okay.
didn't start. Yeah, for the series though.
Oh my God, he gonna do something to that. I don't trust him not one bit.
That's a Cobra too.
Oh Lord.
Good.
Mm-mm. 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 Let me just turn away. That's that I cannot take a snake eating anything. I
Mm.
Shannon, when they unlock that jaw, it's all over. And it's like,
Yeah, yeah. When them snakes clamp down, it's over.
mm. Oh, it's terrible to see them eat. Mm. Dog, at least kill it. God, dog.
I said out. Boy, that
I
mother
hope he put his hand in there with it and the snake bite him.
snake crease. Mm,
You know what? That's terrible.
yeah. Yeah. He knows karate too. Crease, he really does.
Hmm. Oh, it's a girl back there. She stayed.
Yeah, it's a girl. Mm-hmm. And
Now you know it was not no snake in there, and that little mouse just jumped in there. No, that thing would have been screaming.
yeah.
Now this has happened to him before. Him trying to lead a bunch of kids the wrong way, and he did not learn.
No, yeah, it's history repeats itself. The same thing again.
I
Doing it with
see.
students. Yeah.
A true cobra only kills to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Tell my sympathy.
Then that's you see the girl at the apartment.
Okay, wait a minute. I must not be there. I'm still looking at the boy.
Oh, okay.
Let me catch up a little bit. Okay, I see his girl feeding her little brother or something.
Yeah, that's the girl who. Oh wait, that's the one they showed in the flashback from season 2 at the end, fighting Daniels and girl.
Mm,
Oh,
mm, mm, mm.
oh yeah.
Good.
Oh, oh. Mm, mm,
Mm.
mm,
Now fix that.
mm. Yeah.
Mm. Kevin James.
Yeah. Mm, mm,
Oh, Scott.
Hey, slapped him up, man.
Bad cop, better cop. You a punk. You so happy getting fed.
I know. That food does look good.
As soon as I get off of here with you, I'm going downstairs and cook because I am late. I was
Oh,
supposed to start at 5, but something else came up.
yeah. I know how it is. Things get.
Hmm
Yeah.
Think I'm gonna make a shrimp stir fry.
Wow. Hey, that sounds good.
Trying to eat healthier
Hmm.
because I wanted to make some shrimp egg foo young, but yeah, that's a lot of grease.
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like
I
sounds good.
something about grease. Huh?
It's all good until it starts clogging up your arteries. It's like, oh,
Yeah, or make you run to the bathroom. I don't know.
corn nuts. I've never had those. Have you?
I might have tried them. It seemed like they were hard. I don't know, a little too hard.
Mm, okay.
It wasn't bad though.
One of my favorite like go to, like, oh my god, like when you just want to give yourself a treat is
Yeah.
Starbucks has these brownies that I like, and so I just buy the brownie.
Brownies?
I eat half of it one day, half of it the next, or if I might put it with some vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Now that's Danny's girlfriend that he works with, right?
Yeah, his wife.
Oh, his wife. Oh, okay, that's his second wife. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, she got an iPhone.
He want to find that and eat it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Shannon, that's his daughter?
Who Crease? The one you
Yeah.
said before? No, That no, that's not his daughter. That's she's just a student. She was at the dojo. Uh-huh. She
Oh.
she the one who got into a fight with Danielson's daughter in that
Oh.
season two. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Hey, Shannon, it's good. He still have hair on his head. He can do that with.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
I know. I still spray. He still got hair like Rap Machio, the other guy, Johnny. All those.
Hmm.
Wow.
It looks real.
Yeah, it sure
It looks real.
does. Yeah, I see his where still some of the yeah, karate.
Hmm. Oh my goodness.
Mhm. Cool.
Wait a minute, Shannon. He can't fight. Oh, I'm gonna say, hold on. He's
Oh,
starting
yeah.
something he can't fight. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh, boom, boom, boom. Oh.
Come on, man. Don't let him kick you. Oh, I knew it. Mm. There we go. Come on. Come on. Show me what you're working with. Mm-hmm. Watch the other one. Watch the other one. Watch the other one. Okay.
Oh,
I thought he was getting up.
oh.
Mm.
Yeah, he was tough back then too. Creepy.
Hmm. It said that I saw. I can't remember if it was uh on your last watching chat or
Hmm.
when I was looking at season one.
Yeah.
But he went and this man picked up a slice of pizza for him. He was just holding it out in his hand and everything.
Oh,
And he still ate it. He was like, "Give it here."
he did.
Yeah, Johnny.
Oh yeah.
He didn't have none of that plastic wrap or the wax paper or nothing. He was just holding it.
Yeah. Oh snap! Did he? The guy with the vein.
That's when Johnny first got in the fight. That was probably the first episode of season one or second, and that's when he got into a fight with these high school kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it wasn't his fault. And all them kids, and then the police came and tased him. I mean, got him. No, he's not flying in a minivan.
Oh,
Mm.
them minivans can go. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cause you know he's not gonna take it easy.
That's a nice Audi though.
I'm saying, and that's an Audi too.
Yeah.
That's an expensive car.
Yeah. I like to have one, but insurance. Oh, good lord.
Now you know if he ran up in there, he got something waiting on you.
Yeah. The chop shop. Mhm.
And there they are. Right. Why have he always been so stupid? To just work something out. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he gonna take his head off.
Get them.
I like to see them working together.
Yeah, they do look good working together instead of against each other. Hmm.
I want them to hit somebody with that crowbar.
Oh,
Bam!
oh, oh, mm.
On some tires, really?
Yeah.
That hurt. That had to hurt.
Mm.
All
Oh,
right.
there you go.
Look, Johnny running after him.
You got him. Good.
Oh Lord, they gonna fight.
Yeah.
The man is getting away, you guys.
Oh, God. I gotta go with some.
So Shannon, the kid they're looking for is whose kid? His kid?
Yeah, Johnny's son, Robbie.
Oh,
They
that
look.
was the one who was talking all bad and nasty.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, Robbie. Yeah, cause yeah, when they were down at the rehab with Robbie's mom, where Johnny was at, they were trying to get information where he could might be at. So they trying. And that van was one of the stole from Larusso's
okay.
part. Yeah.
I knew it. I knew he was coming back. Look,
Bam.
he doesn't even look real. Shannon, look at him. Look at his head on his body.
They got a big head.
Yeah, he just doesn't look real.
That's cold. Big head, big head, and fake. I don't know the hair looks real though. Yeah.
Mm,
Um, I like how they edit that.
mm.
Like how they did the finger
Yeah,
in the slicer.
that's a cigar thing, right? Or they cut the cigar.
Yeah.
Look, they showed the hot dog.
Yeah, I like how they put that together. I like that. It's slick.
Shannon, did I show you my picture with Madam Vice President Kamala Harris?
Wait, I saw you edit something on your Facebook. You actually took a real picture with it. Oh, oh, that's what I saw. Okay. Wow, that's real. Wow, everybody done met Kamala.
I had another photo where I was sitting in
Mhm,
front of the presidential and vice presidential seal for
mhm.
2021, and I said, uh, "No, seriously, I won." If I
Yeah.
can make people believe that, and say, nah, let's go take care of business. I'll meet you there.
That's funny. Kamala Harris.
Now that's the young man that he was training in the first season, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Miguel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-oh. Boom, 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 boom.
Mm. Now, how does he know Robbie?
Who, Daniel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he trained him. He ran into him. Was it
Oh.
first season or whatever? He called himself.
Oh, okay. So his dad didn't know it, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah. He didn't know.
that town is mighty small. Hmm.
Yeah,
I love Southern California
California.
until there's an earthquake.
Oh God, I want to try
You
that.
see how sunny it is there? It's like, oh wow. They
Hmm.
got the door open to the dojo. Everybody's all comfortable.
Hmm. Yeah, strike. Oh, so Crease ended up getting over. Oh man. Mm.
Mm, mm. But you also got to be sane.
Yeah.
Mm. All right, all right. Yes, Shannon.
Yeah.
I'm glad you told me about this.
Yeah. It's really a good show. And it goes off so fast too. Good gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see, let's see. So we're just gonna keep looking forward to seeing how that girl does in the class. So she used to be in there training and she stepped out for a while because her mom got ill.
I believe so. Yeah, she's taking care of mom and a little brother. Uh-huh. Yeah. But she was bad. A bad egg.
Mm, all right, all right.
Yeah. So you said you started with the first season, so y'all
Mm-hmm,
liked it. Okay.
mm-hmm. Like I found the first two episodes, and I think he saw maybe up to number four. So
Oh,
um, I'm gonna go ahead and watch. Well, he's the type of person where he doesn't mind watching something over. Um, for me, it has to be a while. Like I'll watch, say, like Clint Eastwood movies again, but you got to give me about 6 months before I'll sit down and watch the whole thing again. Um,
mhm.
but he'll watch it over, and like he likes this movie with Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn called
The
The African Queen.
okay. Yeah.
And so sometimes he'll turn that on and I'm like, "Oh my god." You know,
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
like Casablanca. I'm like, oh, how many times can you watch
I know. Hey, what's going on, information man show? I appreciate you coming by, brother. Yeah, man.
it? Hey, information man.
Yeah, I sure can. I can sit there. I can watch over and over and over. I sure can because I end up seeing something different every time too when I watch something.
Now
You
that's true.
know,
That's a good point.
yeah.
That's a good point, I guess. And I just, it's not in me. Not like I I like this new show on Netflix called um Behringer, but
Mhm.
oh, one of my favorites is Luther with Idris Elba.
Oh,
But now it's been maybe about a year and a half since I've seen it, so I could watch it again.
Luther. Now, is it on Netflix?
Yes, they have it on Netflix now.
Okay, I'll be sure to try to scope that out. Idris.
Oh, Shannon, please check that out. You won't regret it. You won't. If you regret it, you just won't. You won't.
Guarantee.
I guarantee.
Guarantee. Putting that out.
And it's not that long either. Like I said, I think it's about maybe let me look it up. 3 or 4 seasons, maybe. Let me look, and they're short.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Luther. I'll tell you in a moment. Oh, and they have something else that kind of reminds me of. It's called Lupine or Lupin. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I don't see it on here anymore. What? Let me see if I'm making a mistake.
It's on Netflix.
I don't see it, and I saw it on there about 6 months ago.
But Netflix is funny about that because they used to have different world a few years back. They used to have like 5 years ago. A different world was on there, and they took it off. Oh,
Okay, I apologize. I don't see it any longer.
yeah, yeah. Netflix they roll them in and roll them out. That's like I just wish these certain shows like they would have kept different world because they had all the episodes, a complete series, a different world on there.
Hmm.
Oh, man,
Well, they have something on here called Lupin, Lupin. Uh-oh. Sorry about that.
oh,
Okay,
mm-mm.
that guy. And it looks like it's made in Paris, France. And because when I look at the thumbnail, he's standing out in front of the center
Mhm.
of the Louvre Museum. So it looks like it's going to be really good. Oh, Sherlock. Sherlock is on here.
Okay.
Watch that, Shannon. Let me see how many.
Sherlock.
It's short too. It's okay. There are four. Okay, in the UK, they
Mhm.
call it a series instead of a season.
Okay.
So there's four series, and each series has the first and the second one has 3 episodes. The third one has 7 episodes. Isn't that wild? And the fourth one has 3 episodes.
Good.
I know,
And you
but
said,
I think you'll enjoy that. You know,
hmm
watch the
so
first one and let me know what you think. That's on Netflix. I'm looking at it now.
okay.
It's got Benedict Cumberbatch in it. Do you remember him from the Marvel superhero?
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Mhm,
I like
mhm,
him.
mhm. He
Okay.
did this before that.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. It's a
Okay.
British crime drama, and he's good. He's good.
Okay, let me see.
So that's one you gotta check out.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. I'm gonna check out that. Let me see what it says about lupine is what they call it. And
Oh,
it says it's
Lupin.
inspired by the adventures of Arsène Lupin, gentleman thief. Uh, Asani Diop sets out to avenge his father for an injustice inflicted by a wealthy family.
Okay. What
Mhm.
Lupin? I see that right here. Lupin.
Mhm.
Lupin. Okay.
Mhm. And right now it's got five episodes.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna check that out. I wish Netflix wouldn't. I know people like when they just put them all on at one time so you can binge it,
Yeah.
but it's hard to do like say if I wanted to do this one for a watch and chat, um, I would probably have to do a like a whole day, like a binge day, because
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to do it. Well, I guess you could do it once a week, but it's just that people are gonna. Sometimes people just go ahead. I guess you can't worry about what people are gonna do. You just have to do your thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is
Because
it?
I like coming here once a week instead of binging the whole thing and watching the Cobra Kai with you. So I'm willing to not watch the rest of it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. Just it's like keeping a regular schedule, watching it once a week.
And then it's going to build up on the back end too. I believe that people that are searching and
Yeah.
looking, and then they might watch it and listen at the same time, because I like listening to podcasts about different shows that I like, and I'll listen to the people talk about it, and give their opinion about the show.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a recap, but you know they're cracking jokes and things like that. So that's cool too.
Mm. Oh, Information Man says please watch it. Lupine. He say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But check it out, brother.
Okay. Sounds good. That's what I'll do. I'll see if I can get my husband to watch it today. Watch something because we was still in the middle of. Did you guys see the Vikings?
Wait, is that on Netflix? The Vikings.
I think it just got on Netflix, but
Okay. Let me see. The Vikings. Wait, this vampire
you
died.
talking about some blood? Oh my god! Well, they're the Vikings, you know.
Was it?
Let's see.
It wasn't worse than Game of Thrones, was it? With the bloodshed, was it? But
Oh, let me think about it. Oh, shoot! It might be a tie. It might be a draw.
really?
I don't see it on here. I don't see it on Netflix. Uh, no, I see Viking Destiny, but I don't see the one that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, alrighty. So yeah, you guys give me some good things to look. I'm gonna check out that Lupine
Yeah.
because he reminds me of Idris,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
he looks pretty cool.
yeah, I like Idris. Oh, Idris was in what was I was watching? He was playing the bad guy. Cause I got Hobbs and Shaw. He's in there. That's where yeah, he's in Hobbs and Shaw, The Rock, and Jason Strahan or whatever Strahan.
Oh,
You know,
Jason Statham.
yeah, he's in Hobbs and Shaw movie. I got it on Blu-ray. I bought it a few weeks ago around Christmas time. It was like on sale for like 9-10 bucks on Blu-ray, and I got it from Best Buy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
Idris in there. Yeah,
Yeah. 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 It's kind of funny when you're used to a character doing one thing and then they switch and then but they're still good at it.
yeah, the
Just like
rain. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, Samuel L. Jackson is a heck of an actor because when he played with Jamie Foxx in Django,
Yeah.
oh my God, I hated his guts. Oh my God, I wanted to break through the screen and just whoop him myself.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding?
Hmm.
He played that role so good.
Yeah. That's when they did a good job. If you hate them, like, oh, you, yeah, they were doing a good job. But
Yeah, I'll never forget his character, and I'll never forget Jamie Foxx's character either. But I just, it's like the character that Sam Jackson played. It's like he's the type of character you love to hate. You know? He was
yeah,
so good. kind of like on Game of Thrones. Remember Cersei? Cersei was the
Oh,
girl. I was like, dang,
oh God.
dang, that girl. I'm like, ooh, you don't want her on your bad side.
Oh, she didn't care about nothing. And I like how she had the stage where she had the people roll those drums of fuel under the church or whatever, that green stuff.
Mm,
Oh.
wasn't that something? I was like,
Yeah.
and the way and that grin she had on her face when they was exploding.
Oh, sinister.
Hmm. And that young lady that married her son, she was trying to tell him, get out of here, something wrong, something wrong, something wrong.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, she was trying to push him, get him out of there quick. Hmm.
And then Cersei's son couldn't take it and he killed himself. Remember, he was just like, oh
Oh
my
yeah,
God, my mama done killed all these people, including the woman I love.
Joffrey. Oh wait.
No,
Oh,
no, no, no. The nice one.
the second one. Yeah, he didn't he hang himself or he jumped off the
He
cliff or
jumped out the window. He didn't jump. He just fell out the window. He stood there, and then his body just went. Shoom, his head just went first.
poor guy. Yeah, that's messed up because yeah, the first one, Joffrey, yeah, killed himself, and then yeah, the second, she had a daughter too, didn't she?
She did,
What?
and she got killed because they sent her over to marry this prince that was like Mediterranean, and she really fell in love with him. Everything got happy, but because Cersei had done something against that boy's people,
Hmm.
they poisoned that girl over there.
Oh Lord, I forgot
And
about
so
that.
when they should have never did that, because when Cersei found out, woo,
Mhm. She coming.
mhm, it's
Oh.
like she coming for you. She coming for you. Where you going? I'm getting as far away from you as possible because she's not gonna care who she take down to get you.
That's the good Lord.
Yeah, because Cersei made her mother. They put like sticks or toothpicks or something in her eyes or something to keep her eyes open so she could see her daughter just die from the poison.
Oh wow, I'm a good Lord.
Because Cersei put some of that poison on her lips and she kissed her daughter and she was just like, mm-hmm, now you about to see. Mm-hmm. And she said, and y- I'm gonna make you stay here and so you can see I'm gonna keep you alive so you can see your child disintegrating, into bones. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, don't play with Cersei. You see her brother almost got the bad end of Cersei. Remember that? The one who she was sleeping with. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, wait. George Jamie. And Jamie was like, no, she's not gonna do that to me. And people were like,
Oh, yeah, everybody was catching it from her. Like,
oh, 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 and Clegane's brother, that big monster.
oh, mountain or
Yes.
good God.
And that man almost got him, remember? But he was too flamboyant, running his mouth, and because he had him, remember?
Yeah.
And then that mountain grabbed him by the foot, didn't he, or the ankle? He was like, "I'm not dead yet." Like, oh my God, and smashed that man's head like a cantaloupe.
Good God. I've seen that guy. He's like 6'8". He's been like the world's strongest man competitions. You know.
Oh.
Oh yeah. He's like six
Mm.
eight.
Mm. Now, I did like that about the ending. The last show was that he and his brother finally, because he said he was coming for him. Remember, Clegane?
Oh yeah, yeah. He came for him and he duked it out and he just grabbed him. They fell into that lava and he was taking it down one way or another. 'Cause- Yeah.
I know, because he had pushed. Something was wrong with him from the beginning because he had pushed his brother Clegane's face in the fire because he played with one of his toys.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I think it all started from right there when he burnt his face. So
His mother should have killed him then. Like, what's wrong with you? Something wrong with this child. you know? Mm-mm. I
God.
would have pushed his face in the fire too. Like, what's the matter with you?
Yeah,
That's your brother. Mm.
that's how they
So,
go.
yeah, talking about dysfunctional. Mm.
Yeah, big time, all of them. But I did like what's his name? The little one, the short guy, the younger brother, who for Jamie's and Cersei's other brother. They find out what's his. Oh, I cannot think of his name.
Oh, Tyrell, what was his name? Tibius, what was his name? You talking about the little midget man, right?
Yeah. Oh, I can't think his.
Uh, Ty Ty
Uh,
It start with a T.
uh,
Tiberius, Tyrell, but
Perry,
you gotta look it up, Shannon.
let me see, because I liked him. Because what I liked about him was he got the dad back. You know, the dad was on the toilet because I couldn't figure out what the dad was sitting on. What is that? You ever had to point out it's the toilet? Oh, I didn't even
He
recognize
was
it.
on the mode.
He popped him. I was like, dog. So that's
Mhm,
hardcore. Got him back for all that stuff he did to him.
mhm.
Good God. This came up
And you
fast.
know what? The guy that played his father, he's an excellent actor. He really was one of the best people for that part. I would say him or
Yeah.
Michael Caine, somebody that's real stately looking, and and
Mhm.
oh my goodness.
Oh, Tyrion. Tyrion Lannister.
Tyrion, I said T, right, right, right.
Yeah. You
So
know,
you know what you should think about doing, Shannon. Because if you don't do it, I might. No, I'm not. I'm not. It's too much. You
mhm.
could do a rehash of the Game of Thrones,
That'd be kind of cool. They,
or we could all watch a movie one day and watch. I wonder if they would let us do what's that other one I like? The Lord of the Rings.
oh yeah. Okay. Hmm.
That was, oh man, I was there for each and every one of those. I was there.
Oh, you were? You saw all of them?
Yes, and even if my son was young, and I was just thinking like, well, if you don't want to go see it, I'm still going to see it. So, man, I tell you, if you could talk to him, he would crack you up because he
hmm
laughed at me when we went to go see. He said, "Mama, you gonna like this?" I said, "What? What?" He said, "They doing a movie on Wonder Woman." I said, "What you say?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Let's get our tickets now." And so when it was time,
Yeah.
you know, we went, and when that song came on and she was starting to fight, I said, "Ah!" No, he was hollering. So now if he wants to get he get a rise now, he like, "Ma." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Nee, nee, nee, nee."
Wonder, yo, Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, I love to see her when she was fighting that big monster with Batman and Superman.
Oh, Justice League movie. Oh,
Yeah. She
what's the
said,
I can't.
"I've I've fought things from different worlds before," and she took off before they did. What did Batman say or somebody said, or Superman said, "I thought she was with you." Like, "No, I thought."
Oh, yeah. Batman asked me that. Yeah, they thought one of the others was with her. Yeah, I know what you're talking about because they were all dressed up as normal in their clothes or whatever without the outfits on, superhero outfits. Yeah, yeah, they were at a some kind of meeting convention or something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Batman versus Superman. hmm Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, she was bad. I was like, man,
Mhm, mhm. And of course, I can't forget Wakanda Forever.
oh yeah,
Oh my god.
I love that movie.
Mm, mm, mm,
Now
mm,
somebody was telling me they still gonna do a part two, but they said his sister's gonna take the girl played his sister's gonna take over, I guess, be the Black Panther or whatever, you know.
mm, mm.
hmm
That's interesting.
Yeah, but that
I
Chadwick,
wonder how that's gonna turn out.
yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard for me. But it was like who was your favorite Batman?
Oh, I was asking somebody that too the other day. I really like Michael Keaton. I like
Mm.
Michael Keaton from oh, we were talking about it yesterday, I think, or a day before. I sound like Michael Keaton, but I also like old school Adam West from the TV show itself.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, Michael Keaton, I liked him, but I'm trying to think, of all the Jokers, the one that sorta had me going was that guy,
What-
that died.
Heath
Um,
Ledger.
yeah.
I,
Ooh, he was the epitome of the Joker.
oh God. Now Jack Nicholson did a good job. I like when he was with Michael Keaton and Batman, but I got to give it to Heath Ledger. Now they say Joaquin Phoenix did a really great job. I haven't seen yet, but I have to give it to Heath Ledger. I mean, I was sucked into it the whole
Me
time.
too. Me too. He actually made me think he was insane, you
Yeah,
and, when it was just the way he looked and the way he acted and,
yeah,
um Jack Nicholson did it, to me, it was more comical. Uh,
yeah.
yeah. Um,
But yeah, I think with Heath, he was like more serious. Because of that role. I think that role really pushed him over the top because he was so drawn into that character. You know,
oh,
and all the stuff that went down with it. Because I think he was taking pills and stuff. He couldn't sleep at night. I'm telling you, he was really sucked into that role. It's like, my God.
how sad. Yeah, when you think people have it all, and, they don't. Um,
Mhm.
remember when, Robin Williams, committed suicide? I'm like, he made everybody else laugh but himself.
Yeah, I never forget that I was working. It was August 2014. Yeah, August 2014. And I remember the day, next day, seemed like they had a magazine or something, Time or whatever, about Robin Williams. Because, I got him on my Johnny Carson DVDs, the best of Johnny Carson. And plus, I find him all the time on YouTube. He's on Johnny Carson. Oh, my gosh. He was just so funny. And, he did Good Morning Vietnam, uh,
Mhm, mhm, I
comic,
remember that.
comic relief for Whoopi Goldberg and Billy Crystal.
Mhm,
Mork and Mindy. It's like, wow. But yeah, like you said, you never know what's going on inside their head. Because, a lot of comedians who like Richard Pryor, you know, they doing all that comedy, but, it's like they hurting on the inside. So I guess like comedy is like therapy for them for all the stuff they probably went
mhm,
through, you know.
mm, mhm.
But man, it's crazy. But yeah, you never know.
Yeah, let me see. I was listening to a show, a stand-up, with Chris Rock that just came out, and it's on
Yeah.
Netflix. And he was talking about what a terrible husband he was, and, how he brought that on himself, his divorce. And he was just like, I wasn't kind. I was, sleeping around. He was like, I was just terrible. I was terrible.
Wow.
And, you know, he finally came to like he was really upset because he made more money, he had to pay for his wife's legal fees, her attorneys and everything.
Hmm.
And he said, when I looked in the courtroom, he said, I was just thinking, uh, everyone in here is smarter than I am. He said, I didn't, he said he flunked out of high school, and he said, and everybody there got up and brushed their teeth and put on their best clothes and said, it's time to go get Chris's money. So he said, but when he came to the realization that, well, you know what? I brought this on myself, and I can always go back. I can always work. I can make it again. And so that's what he decided to do. But that's when he wasn't as upset anymore after he was just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. So, and said he had a hard time with the judge about getting custody of his kids. So I don't know if it's shared custody or what, but he said the judge was asking weird questions like, okay, can you show me a picture of where your children will sleep? I need to see the furniture. He's like, what? He said,
God.
"I bought a house around the corner." He said, "Do you think I would have $1 million home without furniture in it?" And then the judge asked him, "Okay, so now I'd like to see a picture of the inside of your refrigerator because I want to know that you can feed the children." He's like,
Oh God.
I'm
Really?
like,
But I
"Oh,
guess.
look at zero, Chris better." I will half, Chris, half. You
Yeah.
know, it makes me wonder how. It seems like it ought to be a rule where if you're not married more than 5 years, that all that half stuff should go out the window because
Mm-hmm.
some people will, some women will fool you, and you think that, oh yeah, they down for me, and then it's just like, mm-mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Some of them, yeah, get lucky, get like, get half of, something they, all the millions they,
mm,
didn't work for, and they get half of it, whoever, it's like,
mm,
because I was seeing it, didn't I think I saw something with Dr. Dre and his wife, his something about, I don't know if they're getting divorced or whatever, but something about a prenuptial or something, man. I think they trying to get that straightened out.
mhm. And I don't see anything wrong with a prenup. When somebody has that type of money and you going into a relationship with them, they have to protect themselves. Now, if you were smart about it, you could say, "Yeah, I'll sign the prenup, but I want to have this amount of money that means nothing to you per month deposited into my account in case something goes wrong, like an insurance policy." You know, I don't need half of what you have. That's ridiculous. I didn't come there with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, but they say, well, she grew accustomed to the manner in which they live. And
I heard that too. Like when Lionel Richie got divorced from his wife, she was asking for, like, she wanted, because of the she was so used to the lifestyle she was living. She needed all this money so she could keep up her life. I was like, what? To keep up her style of
mhm,
uh.
I'm like, okay, so, how much money does the person really need? Um, if she has a, let's say alimony, I'm like, okay, alimony is cool, but you're gonna give them half of the person and everything that they worked for. Now, I do understand that it probably took somebody, let's say if they had children, to be there to take care of the children to allow you to do what you do. I
Yeah,
can understand that, but
yeah,
sometimes it just gets overboard.
yeah.
You know, but it depends on where you live. Like in California, if you get married in California, it's half and half. You don't even have to fight for it. It's half and half.
I heard they call it the half state.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, okay. So you just have to know, what you're doing. If you don't want to get married in California, get married someplace else, or because I think that might trump the prenuptial agreement if you were married in California.
Oh wow, overrides it off automatically.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm not sure
Hmm.
but that's not cool. And the same way with the other way around because Sherry Shepherd got stung twice,
Oh
and she had to pay her husband for child support and alimony because she made much more money than he did.
wow.
Hmm. And he was kind of okay. I know the law is the law, and it shouldn't matter how a person is, but he was kind of nasty, so I didn't want him to get nothing, you know. But
Hmm.
that's not what the law doesn't say you have to be a nice moral person in order to get half.
Wow.
And then the second man she married, it was kind of embarrassing because she was all on TV talking about him and oh yeah, me and so and oh that's my boo and and when she was on the View, he would come on there sometime and she would just be all like keying it up, and then all of a sudden Paradise was over and she had to pay him and she was hot,
Oh
and I
my
said
god.
wow. So because he had did her kind of dirty, and I'm like, oh my god, why did people? guess if they can get away with it.
Oh, yeah, that's just dirty and wrong.
Yeah. And like now, didn't LeBron James, he married somebody from his hometown, right? Like that he knew in high school or something.
I think so. Uh, mm-hmm.
See, that was good because in high school you all are at the same level. There's no riches. There's nothing like that. So that person is with you. Through the good and the bad. And once you well, I'll just give you an example. One of my mentors had a son who was he looked like he might have been able to go pro as far as
Mm-hmm.
for baseball. And there was this girl that was a year under him, and she was on this dude. And my mentor said he and his wife were going to send him out of town to go to school to get her away from him,
Mm-hmm.
because he couldn't breathe, you know. And so they sent him out of town for school. Do you know that girl quit high school and went down there?
What?
Yes. I said, oh my God, y'all better catch him because if that girl gets pregnant, it's on. It's
Mm-hmm.
and so they called her parents and they said, well, I'm sure you all can understand, the problem. And they was just like, oh, we don't see a problem. I said, oh, that sound like what you call his parents, OJ Simpson's mother and father-in-law. Like, we don't see a problem. We're waiting for him to get rich. Hey, information man.
Hey, how you doing?
Man, appreciate
What's going on?
Not
I
much.
just wanted to come up and say what's up to everybody. Great discussion. I've been listening. I wanted to add, when you were talking about the Joker, a lot of people don't know the story, or some people don't know the story behind Jack Nicklaus in his advice that he gave to the young man who actually took his life that played Joker, who I think actually was the best. Like you were saying, he, from a psychological point of view, the psychoticness of the character, because the character the character, to me, when it comes to Joker, is the most realist character, just as you saw in the recent rendition of Joker, because Joker is a psychological study on American and society, because he's the incel guy who turns against society because society stepped on him. You saw that portrayed in the last rendition of it, where he, in the beginning, he had psychological issues related to his mother. He believed that Bruce Wayne's father was his father.
His father.
And I actually think that would have been an interesting story, even more interesting, if they would have made that, if they could have made that true back in the day, that he was the illegit child of Bruce Wayne's father. And that in itself would be even a deeper psychological example. But I wanted to bring this up because Jack Nicklaus warned the young actor not to take the role too far to the head, too far to his life, because one of the things about acting, and I think even Denzel Washington has talked about this, many actors, that when you take on a role, because remember, Denzel said that when he was filming Malcolm X, that there were times when he was saying lines that were not in the script. And brother Spike Lee said, oh my God, he's saying things that Malcolm said and we didn't have that in the script. It's almost like he embodied his spirit. And that can happen. You can channel things into your system. And so he said after doing that role, he had to bring it all down. Yeah. And Jack Nicklaus said he warned the young man that if you don't bring it down, bad things could happen, because actors go through this a lot. He actually said that he warned him. When you play these type of roles, you can take this stuff right back home to you. That's why a lot of some actors, when they play these type of roles, they'll go to a hotel, they'll take time away from the family to decompress themselves before they go back to their family.
Oh,
I'll be quiet after I make this last statement. The movie Boys in the Hood. There were a lot of people in that movie that are not alive today. There was one young man in that movie. There was a scene, if I can take you back, where there was one young man in the red car. I guess he was supposed to be the Blood Gang. He was in the red car and he pulled out a gun on Brother Chestnut. He almost was about to shoot them. That particular actor had an older brother, and they were, into music and all these different things. After he did that movie, and he had other movies where he played the similar same role, typecast, where he was playing like a gangster, he began to not understand that there's real life and then there's the movies. And he's dead, but he ended up getting convicted of a double homicide.
Oh, he went out.
oh.
Oh man, information man, you went out. What happened to the brother?
Seemed like he muted. I see the muted sound. That must be his connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. It's always something going on with StreamYards, but he couldn't change the difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense because like you said, it's like basketball players. It's like when they go and play those games on the court. I hear like Michael Jordan. He said he leaves it on the court. He doesn't bring it home with him. So when he comes to his family, it's the same thing. You got to learn to separate reality from acting. Bring it.
Well, see, that's the reason I would be fearful of marrying a man who was an actor, because I've seen too many times them get too deep into that role. Look at Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, and other people. And the next thing you know, they're sleeping with them, and they have families and things. But when they say cut and they don't cut, it's like, hey, we said cut,
Right.
And that's all I need to do is be there. He said cut,
Right.
But yeah, they get into it.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point of view information, man.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't know that.
they're actors who understand that they have to decompress themselves, and then there are actors who are just not as experienced to know better, and then bad things can happen. But when you look at your classic, like for example, it's obvious to me that someone like Samuel Jackson or a Denzel Washington, and then who's the other sister that played Angela Bassett, and she has a husband who's an actor as well. Some of these more seasoned black folks in the acting game, they understand what they need to do to keep their sanity. Because you notice those actors that I just named, how often do you hear about them getting into bullshit? Excuse my language, but how often do you hear about them getting into mischief outside of their career? How often?
Right, not at all.
Have you heard about Samuel Jackson being caught in something ethical?
No. No TMZ or nothing. Yeah. Yeah, man.
They're their wives, and they stay out of the trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, Courtney C. Vance said he's married to Angela.
I like him too. Both of them are accomplished actors.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so you would want to be careful if you're gonna play. Like, it makes me wonder about what was the guy's name that played in The Silence of the Lambs?
Anthony Dennis
Oh,
Hopkins. No, Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, that's it.
oh my goodness! Can you imagine?
Oh god.
But he's a seasoned, he's a seasoned actor. What I notice is, for whatever the reasons are, it appears like sometimes it's the younger actors who tend to be the ones that you hear about falling off to the wayside in some situation, like dropping pills. Of course, you were speaking about the great comedian and actor Robin Williams, which just to let you know, I lived in San Francisco a good part of my life, went to high school, college, and what have you. In San Francisco, because living in the West Coast, we see entertainers all the time. I mean, I used to see Robin Williams riding his bike up the hills of San Francisco. I used to work in a movie theater when I was in college, making a little money. And he used to come into the theater with his family. Nobody bothered him. He was really cool. I would say hi to him. And his personality on the outside, you didn't think anything was wrong with him.
Mm-hmm.
But I work in, just to let you know, I work in mental health. So I see this all the time. Sometimes people can put on facades, but you don't know what's really going on behind closed doors.
Right, and that's
And
what's
because he's an
scary.
actor, he probably had the ability
Sure,
to know how to put on a facade even better than the average person.
sure, sure. Yeah, that scares me too when they can do that because I know you've heard of parents when their children have committed suicide and they said they didn't seem like anything was wrong with them. They seemed happy and well adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even with like Heath Ledger with the Joker character, I'd also heard that he had tapped into like the African deity Papa Legba, which really kind of drove him over the edge. But even without that, like the actual character, like the comic book character, the Joker is actually like go way deeper. It's like not even. I mean, like the whole incel thing. That's kind of like something the movie did, like the Ella Jim's son, all that. That's kind of something the movie did. But like as far as the comic, like like there's not really much information on the Joker. Like even with Batman's technology, he can't even figure out who the Joker is.
Mm-hmm.
And and the thing about this, Joker has like an ideology that like the world as like people see it, he sees it as a big cosmic joke. So like to him, doing all these extreme acts and all that, it's like playing a joke on the universe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
But that this is the thing about it that's a trip though, brother Zero, Infinity. In some ways, which is why I think the latest movie that came out last summer was so popular, because whether we want to agree believe it or not, a lot of people could identify with the character of Joker, because even though he was this guy who had mental health issues, and then he took that gun being like a vigilante. You saw him being picked on in the movie, so that kind of made you identify with him if you were a person who ever been picked on in the past. That's why I'm saying a lot of people can identify with that character, because the character in the beginning was what? An underdog being stumbled on, and then he rose up and said, "I'm not going to take it anymore," like that movie in the 70s, and he raged against the system, and then the people kind of like. Oh, damn, it's almost like the Trump supporters. The people kind of
I knew you were going there.
rose around it, kind of rose around him. And that's what I'm saying. Some people can identify with that, because there's some people who feel like they've been stepped on and they're tired of taking it, and they're not going to take it anymore. And they may do something kind of, crazy, like harm someone. I mean, to me, the movie speaks of American society.
Yeah, and like the Joker, I would say probably like closest to the comic book is like the Joker character on Gotham, because even though he did like his horrible things, he had like a charismatic personality, and he could rally people to do things like that, who could who identify with him. So like you have like all these killers and stuff wanting to rally behind him just because of like his presence and all that, and how he did things, and like how fearless he was and doing certain stuff. Like you knew like wasn't no is no but in between with the Joker. He didn't hesitate to do what needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even with like people always mention Joker, like his like say, well, he's crazy. I mean, and that's most likely true. I mean, he's also a master writer too, but but then there's like then you got to go like with Batman, like you got to have some mental issues if you run around the city in a bat costume. They even did like a whole book on him called "The Psychology of Batman."
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
so
well, what's the psychology behind Lex Luthor? Because he's an evil genius too.
well, I mean, he's got a huge ego. It's just like we have somebody like Superman. It's just like he, who seems like perfect, got his powers and all that, and he's more popular than him. And when Lex Luthor do all these things, he just got jealous of him, and that's why he wants to take him down because
Hmm.
he's jealous. If Superman went around, he probably still be doing evil stuff, but he wouldn't, he wouldn't go to he probably would go to the lengths that he would go to, or he probably would make stuff out of him, but he would just get a big ego boost off of it. He wouldn't
Right.
do it because he actually care about people. He just does
I
because
was
he just
just
want to be recognized for it.
But
wondering about his background. That's
if
what I
you
was
it,
wondering.
if you
Oh,
look at most of the villains that you see in these movies, if you look at their pathology, it all follows along similar lines in which society
yeah,
Have taken
did
them
them
for
wrong in some
granted.
way or another, whether
Hmm.
it be when they were a child, adult. Because if you know Lex Luthor's history, I think he was like a. Tell me if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't he? He was a genius. He was sort of
yeah,
a. Wasn't
yeah,
he like a scientist?
Yeah.
And he
yeah,
got kind of underlooked in his scientific genius, something like that. I think the backstory has something to do with something of that nature.
I don't know if he definitely underlooked, but he definitely. He definitely had some recognition, but it was just like when he seen Superman and like how people were going crazy over him. That
Not
Hmm.
enough.
that that that, that yeah, that just drove him crazy because he wanted all the glory. He didn't want some of it. He wanted to be the one that the whole world recognized as like the greatest.
Right.
And you know what? When I kind of like when I kind of like looked at Lex Luthor, I kind of stumbled on to something when I looked at the history of Aleister Crowley, like
Hmm.
and like I seen like the pictures of him, and then I looked at one of the old pictures of Lex Luthor almost look exactly the same, and the
Mm.
stories are pretty similar.
Hmm.
Because you had like a guy who had like a family who had money,
Right.
and he ended up somehow ended up getting rid of his family members, which kind of was a kind of similar to that. And then you had somebody who wanted like these spiritual abilities, but had no real talent in him, so he went to extreme lengths to get it. So he really went into the whole dark side, and then he created this cabal, which Lex Luthor in the comics created the Legion of Doom.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it seemed like too many similarities.
Hmm.
I think Lex Luthor was symbolically like uh Alistair Crowley, just like Superman's like like a symbol of the other black men. If you really think about it, like you got skin that gets absorb sunlight. Then you look at the S and you flip it upside down. It's actually a pyramid with the serpent in the middle.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I was like, it just popped me one day. I was like, hold up, Superman black.
Hmm.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hmm.
Because you take away the white skin and you just had like that information right there. It's like that's the only logical conclusion I can come up with.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of you can learn a lot from a lot of these type of movies.
Yeah,
They give you various parables that you can apply to your own life and lessons that you can learn if you get past the special effects and just look at it as a story,
yeah,
and you'll pick up on those subliminal messagings.
Well, that's what I loved, Information Man, about the Black Panther, because I was just down for it, and I
Hmm.
was listening
yeah,
and seeing everything that was between the script, lines.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, they kind of. I mean, the movie they kind of toned down Black Panther's character a little bit because cause like Wakanda, you walk in Wakanda, you ain't coming out.
Right.
That I mean, Black. I mean, it was Black Panther was 4 piece, but if you can, you want to come in, and tag it, come there want to start a war. He ready to go to war.
Right. The when you look at this was some of the analysis of the movie that came out, whether negative or bad, but a lot of people believed that the character of the brother who was left, he was almost like who's the other character, Zero? His name slips my mind.
You talking about Eric Killmonger?
He was
Killmonger. Okay, so check this out. You've heard this, Brother Zero too. Everybody's so Killmonger. They sort of made him the bad guy, but if you flip the script on that as a black person in America and really examine it, Killmonger was actually the revolutionary. He was actually the one that was willing to sacrifice himself for the people, whereas Black Panther's character, on the flip side of it, he was the compromiser. He was the one willing to let the world into this secret society, right? He was willing to share the technology. He was more compromising, whereas Killmonger's character was like, we need to unite while you living here good. We got black folks suffering all over the damn world. So Killmonger's character, even though they tried to paint him negatively, and it's interesting that he happened to be a black man who was left by his people. Many of us as black people in America, when we look at our history and we say, some of us, why did they never come back for us? Where do we come from in the continent? Why did they allow us to be sold off into slavery? Why did they portray certain tribes and sell them off, right? So Killmonger, to me, represented the black American experience, where he was trying to rediscover who he was. And he came over there from America with a revolutionized spirit, although they tried to package it as negative.
Well, I mean, from what I seen from it was like, reason why Killmonger was left because his father had turned on Wakanda. Even though he was fighting, trying to fight a revolutionary, he betrayed Wakanda. He was a traitor. So like, the penalty of a traitor for treason is death. So I mean, I was like, yeah, that was, he brought that on himself. And then like, think about it was like, he was working with the white man Claude to do all this, which Claude meant Wakanda no good,
right?
And then you have a son like working for the same white man, even though he had killed him, but then like when Killmonger like happened to somehow win the battle. First they do, he started destroying the plants, started destroying the whole culture there. I'm just like, well, I mean, and even then talking about like the war, even if they managed to like win for a little bit, at some point, it's like this is Marvel, so the Avengers are eventually going to find a way to fight back, right? because like when some of the Crown Soldiers fight, they gonna mess around, actually leave them vibrating around somewhere.
But see. The criticism of that is that we have to keep in mind that he represented someone that was seen as an outsider, American black. So it almost said, okay, this American black comes to Wakanda. He starts destroying the culture. He starts doing all of this. You got to look at the psychological analysis of that. What are they really trying to say? Are they trying to say that black Americans are destructive? Because, yeah, he was selfish. He wanted to be the Black Panther. He didn't want there to be any more. So that was selfishness on his part.
Well, again, but remember, he also had the mental health issues too.
Right. And remember, in the movie, I think the elder said, you left, remember his father left the child behind. So that was still a stain on them. They remembered that they left this child behind. And once Black Panther realized, oh my God, he went back to talk to his ancestors and he said, why did you leave this child behind? And that movie was really deep on a whole lot of levels that we as black people in America and around the world could really relate to some of this, because some of us have felt, even in our families, okay, here in America, that we've been left behind or betrayed in some kind of way.
I get that. That's why I say like the movie kind of like temper down like Black Panther, because Black Panther wasn't really all that compromised. Not
Yeah.
at first, because
Yeah.
like it's like it took a while to to gain trust, and even then, they they only get certain access to
Mm-hmm.
vibranium. They ain't getting like all of it. They still make the rules because
Mm-hmm.
Well,
know
Zero, one thing they didn't
like
do is they didn't have him be compromising when he kicked Captain America's behind.
oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah, he
that.
kicked his behind.
Yeah.
Right. Now you do know
Everything.
you do know the backstory behind Captain America with Black Panther. Now, because I was gonna say, just as an added, is that in the end, I really wanted Black Panther to kill that guy Claude, but he didn't. Guess who ended up killing him? Goes back to my point. It
Really?
was Killmonger who killed him.
Ah, that's right.
See,
Yeah.
so even though he was working for the white man, and we got black folks in America that work for the white man, he was playing the spook that sat next to the door. He said, "I'm going to use this white man to get what I want, and I'm going to eliminate him." Because in the end, he did eliminate him. But when Black Panther had a chance to eliminate him, what did he do? He played the "Let me give you the olive branch." He played the Obama role. See, that's what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah, but
Information man.
I don't know. I mean, that's what he did. He said, "Let me give you the olive branch. I ain't gonna kill you." So that, so
but it's kind of funny. Like they had him playing compromiser, but like when it came to Bucky Barnes, Bucky Barnes, like we thought Bucky Barnes killed his daddy. He wasn't trying to be compromising.
yeah, that's
He
true.
said, "Bring me his head." He said,
Yeah,
"Bring me
yeah,
his
yeah.
head."
But no, I know where you're coming from, information man, because I was upset with President Obama
Right,
during that time, that two
Yeah,
right,
years when he had it to get,
Yeah,
right.
like the thing about it was like I was mad like after the 4 years because I supported him like
Mm-hmm.
heavily. Like I was like trying to help. I was helping with the campaign and
Me
helping with
too. Me
all
too.
that. Are you
Plus
part of
when
the Big
they
Red
did
campaign? Yeah,
plus when they did the healthcare thing, I was
yeah.
standing
I was like,
outside
yeah,
um at what was the name of that place? United Healthcare in San Diego. And we had a whole bunch of people out there. And United Healthcare called the police on us. And
Mm-hmm.
we told the police, we was like, we're not on their property. They still made us move. They
Mm-hmm.
still made us, and
you know,
Right.
and,
so,
and,
and I was going to people's homes and they was talking about sicking their
Mm.
dogs on me. So when Obama did that, I was just like, no, brother, you better not. You better not. And he did.
Right. But unfortunately, I think the problem with Obama is that he was trying to be all things to all people.
Yes.
Another thing that we as black people need to really look at in terms of ourselves is that we wanted, which is why I didn't like seeing Obama on posters like this. It's almost like some of us wanted Obama to be Malcolm X, Dr. King, revolutionary, and president all rolled up into one. And I think we had ourselves personally some.
uh-oh.
Oh, it went on mute, information man.
I'm back.
Okay.
We had overinflated expectations for him, not sometimes not realizing that presidents are not activists or are they revolutionaries. So you can't put Obama in this revolutionary format. And I think that's what was disappointing for some of us because we thought he was going to open the seas and, part the skies and make reparations rain on us. And we was going to just walk off into black heaven. That wasn't going to happen.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
And I knew that was going to be the case, but I just didn't want him to be so, like you say, trying to work so much with people who said, we're not working with you. I don't care what you say.
But really all working together.
Okay, Zero.
But think about it, like people wanted Obama to be like Malcolm X so much that they started saying that, oh yeah, I think he's they started saying that he was secretly Malcolm X's son or something like that.
Say what?
Yeah, I heard that somebody.
Oh, my.
Yeah, somebody actually told me that. I was like, "What?" He's like, I think I heard from a couple people. I was like, "You sure? 'Cause that don't sound right."
Oh,
All righty then.
wow. I'm not gonna sleep tonight after that one. Oh,
Yeah, somebody actually told me that. I was like, okay. But it was like one thing. Like even though I was supporting Obama, it was just like something that just kind of just like I felt odd was like how he, how he, I mean, like how he just kind of just came. It seemed like he just kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, I know some people say, yeah, we knew him in Chicago, all that, but it still seemed like he came out of nowhere for most
Well, he
everybody
was an
else.
activist in Chicago. That's where I'm from, and
Yeah, I know.
I kind of feel I felt bad for Hillary in a instance because just think about it. If you felt like it was your time, and then all of a sudden, somebody came out of the blue, and it was just like everybody just loved them. It's just like, oh my God, It's
even after he was gone, like people still like Hillary, but they wanted her over Trump. So it's like nobody really want Hillary. Actually, if they could, they would have taken Bernie over here. Like some of the people who voted
which is
for.
a shame because Hillary is a very accomplished woman
Yeah,
and
but
very intelligent, and she had her husband's back during that whole time. And you know, all of that bull about, oh, she's not sociable, oh, she's not. You know what? Whatever. She was the Secretary of State, and she did a bang up job with that. You guys just are not ready for a woman to be the president, and we
no,
might have one.
I don't have a problem with be president, just not her.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
yes, her opinion.
Yeah,
I think on the subject that you're talking about, I don't think that it's that black men don't want to see a woman be president, because we've had many black women, going back to Shirley Chisholm, who have taken the reins of leadership, and black society was willing to back them, woman or man. Although sexism does exist, we're not going to deny that. But I think the reason why black men have a venomous attitude about Kamala Harris is because of her overall record. And I can attest to that because I live in California. I have actually met her personally.
yeah, I heard about that.
She came to a meeting I'm a member. She's a member of our sister organization. I'm a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. She's an AKA. I know the culture of that very well. She came to us. She wanted our support. We gave her support within the local chapter in the city of San Francisco when she ran for attorney general. After we voted for her, she hardly came back and thanked us or anything. She got involved with another frat brother of mine. You know him very well as Willie Brown. Willie Brown groomed her. He showed her the way because he was a very powerful politician in California, being a state assembly speaker for many years. And so he kind of groomed her. What I notice about her is that and it's not about saying, well, the woman is being ambitious. Everybody is ambitious, but she sort of used black politicians and those within the black community to get where she needed to get. And when she no longer really needed people like a Brown, brother Brown, she kind of threw him under the bus and said, he can't control me. As she started to move up, she started to throw shade at him.
Oh,
because what Brother Brown said is that he thought that the job of vice president was a nothing burger. He felt that she could do more if she was attorney general because she would have even more power. Because if you really think about it, if you look at all the years that you've had vice presidents, other than the president, how much real power or influence does the vice president really have? When you look at the lead of that administration, it really goes through the president and then those underlinks to him within his cabinet. So that was kind of Brother Brown's opinion about it. Of course, she didn't like that. And then her record as attorney general, when she became attorney general of California, I know for a fact, because of the kind of work that I do, that there was a black man at San Quentin prison on death row. There was evidence that could have made him
Overturn his
free,
conviction.
and
Okay.
her
You know,
crime lab was abysmal. Meaning, matter of fact, there were hundreds
yeah,
of evidence that could have freed a lot of black men,
you
and
know,
her crime lab and her attitude did not reflect all the stuff that she's talking about now. Okay.
you know
Oh.
what? Like I remember seeing a interview on Vice, like with a guy who was like falsely in prison for 6 years and got out, and like said, like he said like when Kamala was attorney general, and like he was like saying like he don't like every even though one of the attorneys were doing the case, he said like he only seen her like 2 times. I think he said one for like sentencing
Well,
and the
yeah.
hearing, and he says they seemed like she didn't even care. I mean,
Right. She's a prosecutor, and if you know anything through history, anything about if you know through history,
yeah.
that prosecutors are never favored when they go into politics. So she did her thing as a prosecutor, and a lot of times it did hurt black men, and there were black women that got hurt by the truancy laws that was inflicted when there was a sister here in California whose daughter had some special needs, and there was a reason why she wasn't in school regularly, and they were getting ready to press charges again. They arrested the mother, and
Oh
the mother told
my.
her story on Tone Talk Show. So these are the reason why black men had a sort of disposition towards her, not because she was a woman, just because they were looking at her record. And of course, they were looking at the record of Joe Biden, because many of these black men probably had fathers and uncles and brothers that were in prison under his crime laws, which Bill Clinton also signed,
Right, right, right.
and many other. And then we had people in the black community that were all with it, because that was during the time. Let's not forget, that was during a time when you had drive-by shootings. You had all this gang stuff out of control, especially in LA and California. So people were crying out for like, do something, do something. So part of what Joe Biden did was partially because you had people crying out to do something. But what he did, it ended up really impacting
Hurting. Yes.
a lot of black men. And I know this personally because I deal with guys in the prison system of California who have been doing time under his laws.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And so, and then we got white folks storming the building in the Capitol, doing all, and some of them are going to get, let's see, some of them are going to get a misdemeanor,
Some of them are out of jail already.
trespassing, all that kind of stuff. So there's a difference in how some of us are treated, but
Well, Information Man, when I first saw that happen, you're the first person I thought about, and I wrote you. Remember, I said you doing a show because I couldn't believe that.
But you,
yeah, I did some shows.
I saw
but
it.
but you know what? Like I don't know if you knew this. Like I'm pretty sure you probably know it, but like when back when they had like like the laws like to desegregate, Joe Biden actually voted against it so many times.
Well, remember in 1972, and I've talked about this in the past,
Yeah.
he was concerned about his family, his children being part of, this is what he said, folks, not my words.
Right.
I'm concerned about my children being in a racial jungle. He did not like the idea of the busing program and what have you. So he was concerned about that. And remember, at that time, he was hanging out with people like Jesse Helms and Strong Thurman. We're talking about real true Dixie
Good
cracks,
old boys.
good old boys. And of course, his excuse is that, well, I had to work with these people, but he was shaking hands, and Strong Thurman was involved in crafting the crime bill and things of that nature. So, and I understand. I
Well, I'll tell
understand.
you what really bothered me about him is when I was in Washington D.C. I was working there. That trial with not trial rather, but the Senate confirmation hearings for Judge Thomas with a Professor
Yes.
Anita Hill,
Yes.
and Joe Biden was the presiding. Oh my God, the way that he let that run, and he let the Republicans run over him, and then Kennedy, he couldn't say anything because he had just been through Chappaquiddick, so they shut him up. It was just terrible what they put that African American woman through, and I never forgave him for that.
But this is what I
Because
don't
there were
understand,
people
my sister.
there were people that could have been called that was there in hotels waiting to be called to corroborate what Professor Anita Hill was saying, and he chose not to call them.
And this is just the thing. And I understand that people wanted Donald Trump out of office. Those who did not like Donald Trump totally get it.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is that black men, we have not forgotten his crime bill. And I don't understand why some black women, not yourself, but some, have forgotten what Joe Biden did when he threw and left Anita Hill for debt. Why? See, that's the thing I don't see. Maybe it's black women are more forgiving than men. Maybe you're more forgiving than us. But the problem with us, which is why usually when there's a divorce in a family, it's the male child that has the hardest time recovering from the divorce. We just not quick to forgive as men, I believe. We hold on to things a little bit and we say, I'm never going to vote for that sucker or this or that. Whereas black women, this is what they do to you all. And I mean nothing but respect here, but this is what happens. They play on your emotions. They know that women are maybe in some cases more emotional than men are. And so what they do, which is why you have black women supporting the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party gives you symbolism. I'm sorry, Kamala Harris was another symbolism. And some black women ate it up, gobbled it up, ran with it because it was exciting to have for the first time a black woman getting that close to the presidency, right? Just like this weekend, you had the beautiful young lady singing reading the poems. You had the music.
Amanda. Guess what? She's one of my beautiful nieces.
Fantastic.
I know. I was so proud of her. But you know, she's in California, so I didn't get a chance to see her often as she grew up. But her mom sent me the pictures with them being on the private jet and everything that was going on. Because her mom is one of my older sisters, and I said, "Oh my God!" I was so proud of her. But anyway, go ahead.
No, don't get me wrong. I thought the sister, your niece, she was beautiful. The poem was powerful. I loved it. But I have to say this in all due respect. Those sort of things like the music and the poems and all those different things, they know that black people like that. It's symbolism. It gets to the heart of our soul because we are spiritual people. And I think sometimes, my sister, that can dupe us. Sometimes we get too caught up in our emotions, and that's when they got us.
I agree with you, and especially when you don't take the time to do the research like you have about Kamala or anyone else, for that fact. And you don't see, well, let me not look at just what they're saying now. Let me see what they have done in the past. And then that way you can weigh it, and have make a more informed decision about the person.
The problem I had with her goes all the way back to the interview that she did on the Grill. She was asked a question about reparations. She sort of skipped around it and said, no, I'm not going to do something just for black people. I'm going to do things that are going to be transformable for all people, and then it'll trickle down to black people. That is unfortunately something that we've always been told, that if we do for all these other people, somehow it's going to trickle down to black people. The problem, this is the problem. Black people are always in a situation where we're saying, well, what about something tailored to us? Those who have been your biggest supporters and voters. Let's see. Black men voted for Joe Biden 86%. Black women voted for Joe Biden 93%. More than any other group. I have the breakdown ethnically. The Hispanics, who they keep saying that we're in this brotherhood with, guess what? They voted for Joe Biden around 30-something% in their women. White women voted for Trump about 55%. Hello, white women voted for Donald Trump 55%.
Now, and then you're asking, do you know if the statistic for the white women went up or down for Trump since the last election?
It went up a few notches.
Wow. And we thought they understood.
But see, this is now, I'm glad you're on here, but let me say this to you. And this is all due respect to you. What I see is that white women work with their men as a team. They stay on code. So check this out. Even though Donald Trump is a sexist, a xenophobe, all the things in the book, and you would think that white women would have said, "There's no way I'm voting for him," right?
Not if my husband is doing well, I'm gonna vote for him.
But guess what? The thing is that white women work in a tangible team with their white man. You don't see them getting on social media talking about the white man this and the white man that. We got to these white men are voting for Trump. No, but unfortunately, you saw black women. I got to be honest and tell the truth here. That's what I do on my channel. We had black women criticizing black men for saying that they may vote for Donald Trump. And in the end, black men only voted for Donald Trump at the tune of 12%. 86% for Biden, but yet nobody gave black men a apology and said that black men are a big reason why Biden won, as well as black women. Nobody said a damn thing.
Didn't Biden say it, Information Man?
No, what Biden said is that he got a coalition of blacks and Hispanics, and he says he has a black agenda. But if you go look at his website, I was listening to Tone Talks today. Tone Talk said you can tell that he took the Hispanic page and the black page, and it's just the same writing. It's almost like they did like a what do you call that? A little they just wrote the same crap. I looked at it for myself. So on his page about on his page for the black agenda, if you look at it and examine what he's going to do for the Hispanics, Latinos, and what he's going to do for black people, when you read through it, it's the same thing. They didn't change anything. So what Tone Talks was saying is it's more like a people of color agenda, not really a agenda that's tailored to black people. And when you look at his executive orders, what did he do? He's already saying he's going to help the immigrants that are trying to come over here and those that are illegal. He's talking about what he's going to do for the LGBTQ community. Okay. He's naming all of that. He's saying, then what they're doing is they're using these terms called racial justice without having to say, what we're going to do for black people. And so when you really examine all of that in all of his executive orders, there's really nothing as of right now that is tailored specifically to black people, gay people, and people within the immigrant community. They said what they were going to do for them first day. Even Kamala Harris said what she was going to do for them first day. Now, let me bring you back real quick, very short here. Do you remember when Joe Biden was running for the Democratic nomination?
Yes.
And he was on a stage having a debate, and one of the moderators, said to him in the audience, Joe Biden, what is your thoughts on reparations as it relates to black people in America? You know what Joe Biden said? And I got the video. I played it on my channel. You know what Joe Biden said? He said, first of all, we have to understand that we are a country of immigrants, and you better get over it because immigrants is the wave of the future. That wasn't the question he was asked. No. If someone asks you about reparations as it relates to black folks,
they're afraid to say anything about reparations.
Right.
They think that's going to kill them.
Are you talking about the leaked audio when he said that?
Yeah, he never answered the question. He just kind of went away from the question. And then when we saw that that Zoom audio in Zoom that was leaked by somebody, what did he say to black people on that Zoom message? Y'all best to work with the Hispanics because they gonna be a bigger group than you all gonna be. So he had a strong pimp hand on them. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna do and what I'm not gonna do. I can't do this when it comes to policing right now. I can't do this. I'm like, wow, man.
You know what? I actually made a video with the audience and called put Joe Biden's face on Stone Cold body, called Stone Cold Joe Biden. Stone Cold music and everything. Because I was like, but like the whole Zoom meeting, you can actually see like the actual Zoom meeting, not like just the audio, like the whole thing. That was like an hour and 40 minutes long, and like Joe Biden kind of like kind of started speaking. I think maybe at the like a little over hour mark, and but I was like,
Oh,
dang,
but did you guys really hear what he said? Now, this is the part that they played another version of it that was left out in the first one that came out. Remember, in his opening statement, he said, because America is becoming more brown and white folks are becoming a minority, he said, we're doomed. He said the word, we're doomed.
oh,
You didn't catch that?
No,
I didn't hear
no,
that one.
I
Please go
didn't.
back
I
and
didn't.
listen. He said something about America is white people are becoming a minority. We're doomed. He used the word doomed, I think either once or twice. And then that's when he got into the statement about Latinos being the biggest growing minority. And y'all black people needs to work with those folks because they're going to be the biggest ones. But also,
Okay,
see,
send that to my IG information, man.
Joe Biden is right and he's also wrong. I did a video on this. What's going to really happen is as we go into the year 20, not 50, but year 2065, and peer, you can find these numbers in peer research online. Asians are actually going to be the largest population growth, and Hispanics will be right under them. White people will be a step under them, and guess where black people are going to be? We'll be the ones that will be a permanent minority. Now, this is the facts of life. We best to teach our kids to be entrepreneurs because you know why? When immigrants come to this country and go in, and what's going to happen is, and I'm not hating on them because they're doing what you should do for your people. You think they're going to hire black folks? They're going to hire their own people. That makes nothing but sense to hire your own people that you have a relationship with, right? So if these other groups are coming to this country and populating, and they're going into business, getting education, and if our kids are only looking for a job, and a lot of these folks are in these jobs, who do you think they're going to hire?
Well, I
Common
Well,
know.
I've
sense. They're going to
already
hire.
experienced that with people coming over that have visas, work visas, and they're saying that they don't have enough people in the STEM,
Mm-hmm.
areas, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But you do. But you're gonna bring these people over and have them sit on a ship, you know,
Right.
in the Pacific Ocean and
Mm-hmm.
let them come to work and go back and forth when you could put money into to educating and hiring more African Americans. They're not gonna do,
Right. When you check
Yeah.
this out, this is up your alley of technology in Silicon Valley in California, where I live. In East Indians are a part of that Asian population
Mhm.
that's growing in
Mhm.
America. What do? They contract out in Silicon Valley East Indian people who have the skills, but they can pay them less money than they'll pay you.
Absolutely.
So they
Absolutely.
contract them out, they get the money, right? And then what they do is they'll send that money back home or take that money and start making their own business. I
Mhm.
see it all the time in California, all the time.
Yeah,
Mhm. Oh, it's a
I
fella I
definitely
used
seen
to
that.
work with. Oh, excuse me. It's a fella I used to work with who's from India, and I just asked him straight out because we were friends. I said, I don't want to sound offensive. I said, but it seems like your people buy up a lot of the 7-Elevens and the Days Inn and White Hen pantries and things of that nature. I said, is that's just something that I'm just seeing that's a stereotype? And he said, no. He said it's for real. And he said what they do is they get together and they build, and then they help other people build their businesses, and they have somebody go over there and teach them how to do it, and they don't charge them anything, and they have low cost or no interest loans, and this is how they do it.
Yeah, and
Right.
I definitely seen that where I worked at before, like have Hispanics there, and I guess like they had like two plants, like they moved everybody to new plant, so but like whenever the old plant, the Hispanics thought they running stuff because the white people let them do what they do, and like while they're doing it, they had like this whole this tight rein on everybody, so they would go the hardest on black people, while bring their people in, and then like you know make sure they came up, and if like you want to get overtime, and especially if like everybody else want to get overtime, like say, oh, ain't no overtime this day,
Mm-hmm.
but then like come in on a Monday, then they say no, like stuff look like it's been used, and like then it's like when we figured out that like they gave their people overtime, they told everybody else that they weren't doing overtime, so they were doing a lot of stuff that for their people because they had positions where they could go ahead and allow it, but once they got over to the new plant, now they kind of said that they're like now like the white people have taken back control of it. But I mean, but at the same time, they still kind of get those attitudes. Still have their people going over there, doing it, if they can, whatever with whatever power they can anyway. But as far as that, like I mean, as far as Hispanics, I was like thinking like I thought like dealing with race white people were bad. Like they ain't got them race white people ain't got nothing on Hispanics, boy.
Well, let me say this. What they're doing to me personally, because we have a little bit of everything in California of different groups of people, but what they're doing to me makes perfect sense. It's intelligence.
Yeah.
You do for your own people. You support each other and you build up and you create an industry and you make other people dependent on it. So when you said what you said, my sister, that they do all those things and they open up stores, why we can make stereotypes about East Indian people working in convenience stores, but but guess what? The laugh is on us because we're the ones going in the store giving them our money. So while we make fun of them, not that we are here, but by those make fun of them, they're having the last laugh because they're taking your money, going back to their community, and eventually they'll be living in a big ass house, driving the luxury cars while you're still going in their store year in and year out, making fun of them.
Because we patronize them, but they will not. You could not open up a storefront in their neighborhood and expect them to patronize you.
They will not.
And you know what? Being from Chicago and on the south side of Chicago.
Oh, well, shoot, you know it better.
Let me tell you, yes, because I saw it happen as a child. I saw Black businesses be put out of business because of immigrants and because of brothers doing things like burning you out for them.
Right.
For a couple of $100 or whatever, maybe a fifth of Jack Daniels. We had Black grocery stores, we had Black hair care, beauty, care products, all of that. And my mother asked one of the gentlemen that she knew, she said she used to tell the people in the neighborhood when a Asian beauty product store opened up cat a corner to his. That's what they do now to push you out. I mean, that's just business. And people were running in those stores, buying all those products, and they were only 10 cents or 25 cents cheaper. And my mom was telling them, don't do that. You're going to run this man out of business if you do that. And you can pay an extra dime or a quarter. See, this is what's wrong with some of our people. And she went to talk to him and she said, why can't you lower your prices? Because they're killing you. And he said, I can't, because they get together and they buy in wholesale, and I can't get the other people, the other African Americans, to do that. So I'm going to lose my business in the next several months because of it.
Let me give you another example. That's a fantastic example. We're going to be in trouble if we don't figure out that we need to start preparing our kids for potential ownership. When I was living in San Francisco, there was a brother who had a store. And when you have a corner store, it's very important that you get a liquor license so you can start selling liquor. Although I'm not a promoter of liquor, but that's just the way the business of liquor stores go. You make money through the liquor. Well, he opened up a store, and I used to go out of my way and walk a little bit longer to go to his store to give him my money because I didn't like the stores in San Francisco that tend to be owned by people that were from the Middle East because they treated us poorly in their stores. So I was going to his store, supporting him. And you know what he told me one day? He said, these effing, what's, they're doing everything to suppress my business. I said, what are you talking about? They're trying to keep me from getting my liquor license to sell liquor in here like they have in their stores. They're trying to keep me from doing this. I said, well, how are they able to do that to you? He says, you got to understand, a lot of these people that own these corner stores, they all are related to each other. They're family members, they're cousins, they're brothers. So what they've been doing is they've been going down to City Hall, disparaging my store, lying about me. They're coming together as a collective to get me out of business. And guess what happened, my sister? They forced him out of business. He couldn't get a liquor license that he needed, and they forced him out of business because they disparaged his store and made up lies, and they would lie and make up reports to the City Hall. And it was done by all these people that were from the Middle East who owned stores, corner stores in San Francisco that were related to each other. And they all got together and worked on code and said, let's get rid of this. You know what? And he was gone. So that to me is an example of how when people coming together and saying, we're going to knock out the competition. And if they can do that, that tells me that, well, what's keeping black people from being able to do the same thing to protect our businesses?
Well, that's the $6 million question. I don't know why, because the Arab community had people burn out, because you're not going, if you see an Arab man running around at night, you're going to catch him. But they was paying black men to burn out the black grocers. And they couldn't, the insurance policies kept going up so high they couldn't hold it. All of the grocery stores on the south side of Chicago that were small ended up being owned by Arab people.
Right.
The Asian Americans took over the beauty supplies, things of that nature. And they treated you so bad. And I would not patronize those stores. When I moved out into the suburbs with my family, and when I would come back in, I made it my business. I will not patronize you because I don't like the way that you treat my people. I even had there was an Arab man and his family that owned a Church's Chicken. That's just another chicken franchise. And I couldn't understand, you guys, why I was coughing when I was standing in the store waiting. And a young lady and her boyfriend came in and they said, "Excuse me, but I want my money back." And he was nasty about it. "Why? What do you want your money back for?" And she said, "Because this chicken is burnt." Then I realized they're cooking the chicken in black grease.
Yeah,
that's why. Yeah,
using the same grease.
that's why I was coughing, because it was just getting to my lungs. And he said, "Well, you have to wait in line." And she said, "I want my money. I want my money." He finally gave her his money, and it was at that point where I stood up, and it was several other people in there. And I'm telling you guys, I said, every one of us should turn away and leave right now. This man does not deserve our patronage. Look at the way he treated that young lady. And are you really willing to eat chicken with burnt grease? And they looked at me like I had lost my mind. I was the only one that walked out of that store.
That's the problem with some of our people. When it comes to the beauty stores and all these different places, that if black people were to wake up tomorrow and say to themselves, I'm going to stop patronizing these type of businesses where we're treated poorly, do you realize that we could drive them literally out of business?
Absolutely.
Because we know, they did a report on CNN, that the hair industry is a $1 billion industry, to the point that right now in China, they're actually kidnapping people for their hair. They did a big story on CNN about this, how there's an underground market in China to get the hair. So in the sweatshops where they're processing the fake hair and all this and there's all kind of shady things going on in China, because in Korea as well, because the hair industry is a $1 billion industry. And you know who's driving it? I got to be honest.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Black women are driving this $1 billion industry. So that tells me what? If black women were to wake up tomorrow and say, I'm never going to a Korean, for example, owned hair store where they're treating us in poor fashion, you could drive them out of business tomorrow and take that dollar and put it behind a sister here, a sister like you, and create your own supply store like we used to have when I was a kid growing up.
Or just not try to look like somebody else. Why would you wear a weave down to your knees and keep throwing your head like it's yours? What are you doing? Why do you think that's sexy? Why do you think that's important? Wake up. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean to come on here and change the whole tempo of the conversation into politics. But I wanted to say peace to you, brother, for letting me come up. But what I wanted to add, what was keeping with the conversation before, is that the backstory between Captain America and Black Panther is this. You know that the shield that Captain America uses is made of vibranium.
Mm-hmm.
His father, who actually created the Captain America's father, was a scientist going all the way back to those early years of wait a minute. It was Iron Man's father who was the scientist who put the shield together for Captain America, because Captain America came from the past originally, right? And he lived into the future. And it was made from the vibranium. That's right.
Yeah. Howard Starks was Tony Stark's dad. Yeah.
Forgot about his dad. Well, this was interesting. I'm glad I stayed. And brother, I'm glad you came on up, because I try to catch you when I can.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm gonna step on down and everything from the panel, but I appreciate being able to come up and give this brother some support. I actually shared this video while we were talking in my community tab.
Oh, thanks so much.
And I like to shout people out and give people support on here, because I think that's what we should do. See, that's just the thing. Check this out. See, it all starts. Look. Everything is reflective. If we can't support each other on here, and we don't support each other in the community, some of us, not all of us, then it's a sad commentary. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's a sad commentary.
And
so I believe in supporting people. I don't care how big or small your channel is. Everybody started with a few people. When I started YouTubing, I had nobody in the chat room. But the more you consistently put out videos and you get your content together, your production, everything together over a period of time, you build your audience up. So it doesn't matter where you start, it's where you going with what you're trying to do. So
absolutely.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna take care. Enjoy the weekend.
Hey, I appreciate you so much, man. You dropped so much knowledge on me
sure did.
Like, real. I mean, I was
you
just
sure did, because you was quiet, Shannon. You was quiet.
Soaking it up, man.
Yeah, Shannon. Yeah, brother. I'm gonna definitely promote your channel, man. You know, whenever I catch you, throw it in the community tab, tell people about the show, things of that nature, brother. I do that all the time. Like I said, it's just very important to share information with people and learn from other people as well. That's really what it's about. You gotta make the YouTube experience a fun experience and not a negative one, even though you got negative people running around YouTube sometimes.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, but take care, man, and enjoy the weekend. Oh, sister, I like when you do those videos where you got the music and all that little real relaxing stuff going. I noticed you got some of your little 24-hour segments. I like that. I go by and check it out and give you a like. Sometimes I usually, when I go to lives, I usually like to see a person and something happening. Mm-hmm. But if I come by your channel and you got the music or whatever you got going on, I always come by and give a like, click a like, and give you a view and all that good stuff too.
Thank you. Usually when I do that and I'm not and I don't have the chat enabled, I'm usually studying or something like that. And and I don't have time to really look up, and say hi to the people. But yeah, I like that. And what I'm going to be doing soon is I got to start giving out these tax tips to people, because there's a lot of new things that have happened for this 2020 tax year season that I'm going to share with people. And I'm going to start doing some more technology segments too.
Okay. I definitely support that. Yeah, you're right about the tax, because I just, over this weekend, what was it, Friday, I called the IRS about some personal things about my tax situation, and they told me what the changes were.
Okay. Okay.
So
Well,
I
here's
got
something.
I got some information probably based on what you know already.
Okay.
So because things are changing because of how everything went sort of in the tank.
Right, right. Well, here's one thing that's new. I'll just tell you guys now. I'm gonna do the video on it.
Okay.
But you're here now, so you can hear it. Um, you know how usually when you take the standard deduction and you do not itemize, if you itemize, you can take a charitable deduction. But if you don't itemize, you cannot. And I've always hated that because people who don't itemize, i.e., people who don't have large mortgages,
Mm-hmm.
people who don't have a lot of medical bills, people who don't have a lot of state income tax,
Mm-hmm.
they still are charitable and they should be able to write off their deduction. Well, now you can up to $300.
Well, do me a favor. Let's do this. Do I have your email already? Put your email in the private chat
Okay.
on here.
Okay.
What I would like to do after you do what you're going to do on your channel is I would love to get you on my channel and interview you about taxes and all the information that you know that you're up on to educate my audience while at the same time doing cross promotions for your channel to get people that follow me to come over and subscribe to your channel and give you support.
Okay.
So I think that, and that's another way you grow channels, is that you do collaborations with people, you do interviews, and so that you cross pollinate audiences into other audiences. And that's another way that you build channels, help to build audiences and channels. So I got your email. I would like to have, and matter of fact, I think a long time ago, I said I wanted to do this, but I would love to share that information with my audience, and that will in turn bring you more subscribers over to your channel to hear more of what you've got to say.
I appreciate that. Put your email in too, information.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in there. It's a pretty simple email. Shannon, my brother, so how's things going, man, with your channel and what you're trying to do with your channel?
Man, you know what? With the pandemic and stuff, I know there's a lot of bad stuff, people losing lives, but there's also like it brought a lot of things to light with my channel, man, because I'm so busy working all the time. So it's like it actually gave me more time to focus on my channel and really just stand back and just see what I can improve and work on. And man, it's like building Lego blocks, it's like I've worked with all the components, but I never put them all together, like mixing and matching. It's like, oh wow, like new ideas that just keep coming out from experiment with my equipment that I got. It's like,
okay,
oh man, I'm just loving it. But man,
well, keep doing your thing.
I appreciate
do you let me give you all a there's a couple of when it comes to music on YouTube, I use Epic Sounds because they have some of the hottest music, although they do charge you a $15 fee, but there are also other let me see if I can find this other one. There's one where the music is absolutely free, good music. They don't charge you anything. The only thing you have to do is drop the link to the name of the music in your description.
Okay.
So that you give credit to the artist, so that people can go over and use that that platform to promote the music of the artist. And what is the name of this that I'm using?
I use Incompetech, I think.
Okay, then you're on top of it, brother.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you this other one that I'm. Where is this thing at?
I like that microphone you got too. Is that a Shure mic you're using right there?
This is a what you call a Rodecaster mic. It's a broadcast mic. I have a Rodecaster mixer.
Okay.
Which is an excellent mixer because what it basically does is it allows you to do everything without having to deal with a bunch of wires. This mixer that I have, the Rodecaster, it's all compact into one. If you were to get a regular mixer, you would have to spend all this money getting all these other components to that mixer. This Rodecaster puts it all into one. Then it has a thing where you can sync your phone to it. either through wire or Bluetooth, and then you can take in phone calls.
Oh my God.
So if you want to do like a call-in show,
yeah.
you get you like one of those free conference call numbers or whatever number, and then you connect it to your phone, and then next thing you know, you can pull people's voices into your broadcast, because the Rodecaster was designed originally as to be a podcasting mixer. So I use this for everything, for my broadcast. I have a podcast as well, so I use this for my podcast. I can also do this, brother. You know how when you see people who have videos where they're talking over, you hear the voice talk as an overlay over the images on the screen?
Yeah.
What I do is I do my voiceover first into my podcasting software that I have. So I record it. Then I download the recording. And then we're on StreamYards here. But when I do my big shows on my first channel, I use something which I paid a one-time fee for, and I think you should look into it. I use something called vMix. So if you got a Mac, you got the Ecamm software. If you got a Mac computer, but if you got a PC, I'm using vMix. vMix, I paid a one-time fee to get the vMix, which I can broadcast in high definition streaming, and then I can also record videos. The vMix allows me to produce content right off the system, so I can produce a pre-recorded video right here at this desk. Bam, real quick. Put in all the special effects, all the bells and whistles right then and there. I can do it live in a broadcast. I can do it in a pre-produced broadcast. Now, when I paid for vMix, I paid about $400 for the software. Downloaded it. It's into my system. If I want to upgrade to 4K, they're only gonna make me pay the difference of what 4K is. So my $400 has already paid into a portion of what 4K is. If I say I want to upgrade to 4K, I only may have to pay a couple more bucks. I got 4K. This is the thing you got to know about streaming. Yeah. You don't, you pre-produce your videos if you've got 4K. You don't stream in 4K.
Oh no. Oh God.
That's dangerous. It doesn't do good for your system. Now, what you have to do, what I've got on my phone on here is I'm using a webcam. So I can get better picture quality. I'm using a C922 webcam. Now, my image is actually better, my brother, on the vMix, because StreamYards, unless you're paying for the next level of StreamYards, the $25 version gives you 720p. Yeah. So what we're operating off of right now is 720p. But when I go on my vMix, I'm operating off of 1080p. And if I want to bump it up to 4K, I can upgrade. Okay. So what I do is I got my webcam that I'm using, and then I'm going to upgrade at some point in time to a Sony camera. So I'm going to take it to the camera itself away from the webcam and give me even a better, crispier picture. Yeah. But the reason why I'm recommending you to look into vMix is because you can literally do so many things with the vMix, whether you're live, bam. If you want a banner to run across your screen, boom, you can bring in video. You can take your webcam when you're out and about and you can film stuff. Then you can put it in disc form if you want, put it in your computer, and the vMix will run that disc as almost like a movie right into your system, right into YouTube. Wow. Music. I can download music clips, put it into the system, and let it loop over the music. It allows me to do everything. It was worth every dime I paid for it. Yeah. If you look at some of my videos on my channel, some of my live streams that I did, the last few, look at some of them, some of the newest ones that I've done. Look at it for the quality of the production. You will see what I'm saying in just a small bit of videos that I've done since I've been using this new system, and you will see my production value go way up. and I'm not even using it to its full power yet. I'm still learning about it. So what I'm saying to you is that can also increase your viewership, your subscriber base, the more you continue to improve what you're doing.
Right.
So everything that I've improved was a journey in time. I got the mics, I got everything a little bit at a time and just build up what I'm doing. This mic is fantastic. I'm going to get the Shaw 57 mic that you're talking about eventually too. But this mic I've got right here is a fantastic mic and it works.
I love Rode, man. I got a Rode mic for my Sony camera. You know what? I also bought this little adapter off Amazon, like $15. It's a HDMI video capture, and I can convert my HD camera and plug it into USB.
Right.
Get me a high quality. I like that.
Check this out, my brother. Let me show you something. I'm glad you said that. Where is this at? Where did I put it at? Okay, like you got what they call capture cards, right?
Yeah.
And if you go to the Delgado capture card, it can be very expensive. But I went on YouTube, and all the top guys on YouTube said that the cheapest and the best capture card that they've ever seen in their life, and they couldn't believe it, is this capture card right here that's in my hand on the screen.
That's what I got.
Guess how much I paid for this? $25.
Really? Amazon 15, 20 somewhere? Yeah.
Well, you probably got it. It's probably gone down in price. I think I paid $25 or $20 for this, right?
That's
But you know that capture cards, some capture cards will cost you, a Delgado capture card going to cost you $100.
Yeah, 100, 200. Yeah.
But what I found out is that this capture card is rated pretty good, meaning it's holding its own. So this is what you use when you want to go to like a camera.
Yeah.
And the best camera to use for streaming, because it's built for streaming, is the Sony. There's something about the Sony cameras that's already pre-designed for you to be able to stream with it without giving you any type of problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a young lady that I interviewed on my channel some weeks ago by the name of India Delgado.
Yeah.
The videos on my channel, she uses Ecamm, and we talk about all this kind of stuff on the interview. She was fantastic. I think you could learn a lot from what she was talking about. She has a fantastic mind for streaming. But yeah, you just build everything up step at a time, step at a way. Yeah. The Rode mic that you're talking about is an excellent mic.
Yeah.
Gives you better sound, you know.
I love it, man. I got a Yamaha 10 channel board. But I have seen that Rodecaster. I've been interested. I meant to do more research, but you've enlightened me more in on it now that I got a little more information on it now with the Rodecaster.
Another thing about it that's fantastic, it has these pads on it where you can put your sound effects in it.
Yeah.
And route that right into your broadcast. So like if you look at any of my videos and you're wondering, well, how's he getting his sound effects in there? Well, the Rodecaster gives me pads for sound effects. Then what I do, because I do podcasting, I have a podcasting a studio that I upload onto my computer. And on that studio, I have more music and sound effects where I can click buttons and all this kind of stuff and bring sound right in. Guess how I'm bringing it in? Through the Rodecaster. And it's giving me a nice sound. Yeah. Powerful sound. Beautiful. And then what I noticed too is the music. Because I used to do a lot of stuff through StreamYards a lot. But the sound coming through the vMix that I'm using is a night and day sound from when I do StreamYards. The crispiness of the sound is that much better. Because what I do, I use StreamYards primarily for interviewing people. StreamYards is excellent for interviewing and getting people, seeing the messages on the board quickly. You know, the whole 9 yards. And StreamYards is only going to get better because I don't know if you heard the guys who invented StreamYards, they went into partnership with this huge company that's known for streaming. So StreamYards is only going to get better. If you go to StreamYards YouTube channel, they go live every Sunday afternoon or evening because those guys are in Canada, and they tell you what's all the stuff that's coming down the pipeline.
I saw that article when they merged. Yeah.
That actually is going to be a good thing for those those of us who are using StreamYard. That means that they're going to stabilize the system better. You're going to probably see more bells and whistles quicker than they were able to give it to you. So StreamYard is extremely fantastic platform to use. You know, I use this and I use my vMix, and that's all I need, and I'm good to go.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You know.
I just when you got completely finished, I was going to ask Shannon if I could show you something. Shannon, I wanted to show him what I did for you and see if he had any interest in that or knew anyone that had any interest.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yes, all good. Go ahead. Sure.
Okay, you want to go ahead and continue though? I didn't mean to.
No. Go right ahead, sister. Let's see what you're talking about.
Okay, Shannon, would you allow me to share?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I didn't know you had it set up. Okay, so yeah, I was glad Shannon was excited about it, but just basically in my IT business, I not only do the hosting and the website design, but I do the domain sales too. So I just hooked Shannon up with his domain name and
Oh yeah.
redirected it, and so it goes there to his channel
Oh, I
or
like
any place
that.
else he wants to go.
I
So
like that.
if you ever have a need for domain names or hosting or anything of that nature, I'm your girl because
All right, I'll be talking to you. But see, wait a minute though. This is the reason why, as well, that I want to get you on so that you can let everybody know about your services, because that looks like something that I may need to talk to you about as well.
okay,
So I think it's fantastic.
super. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that, and I even had it. I changed it back though because right now he doesn't require hosting because what I'm doing is just a redirect of his domain name. But I wanted him to get it because I did a video on how important it was if you planning on having any brand recognition or staying power to get your domain name. And this guy named Nick Nimmin did a YouTube video on it, and he's in league with Team Buddy. And so I put him in on the video as well so that people could see. It's not just me saying that. And so Shannon was like, yeah, I need to get mine because there was a guy at the time. Remember, Shannon, he was saying that, oh, yeah, for those of you who don't get it, I'm going to go and buy it so I can charge you thousands of dollars later.
Oh, God.
And Shannon said, oh, no, I've worked too hard for this.
So it's about, which is something that I've been wanting to do. It's about trademarking your name. Trademark.
Yes.
Well, branding and, trademark, you have to pay for that. That's something completely different, but it's all in the same nutshell that you want to make it so nobody else can take or, have any control over your brand.
What's the if I was to work with you to have that done, what's the process to have my name, Information Man Show, a domain name? What would be the process? Since you've already gone through that with Brother Shannon.
What you would do is you would IG me the name that you wanted. Obviously, I know what that is.
Okay.
And then send $15 to Cash App, and I'll make sure that it's set up and that you have what they call who is privacy as well, which just simply means that everybody on the internet won't know your private address or business address.
Oh, okay. You know what? We'll be doing that ASP. I got your email.
Okay.
What I need you to do, how can I do this? I need your Cash App. Can I actually find your Cash App on your channel? Like if I go to your channel, do you have it like up on your board or something like that?
I do. It's under my About page, but it's Fabby Cafe.
Okay. What I'll do is I need to get on that AS, so I'll be sending you some money. But let's put it this way: when you see the 15 coming, you know who it is because you're gonna see my name.
Wait, what did you say? 15,000? Okay. Okay, and I'll
Nah,
get
what I'm
right
gonna do,
on it.
I'm gonna send you Cash App. You'll know it's me because my Cash App is written in my name,
Okay.
and you'll know what I'm trying to do here.
Okay, I'm trying to get everybody on board with this because it's just $15 for a year.
You can.
So, it's renewable every year. And some people they go ahead and they get 5 years up front, boom, because they don't want to deal with it. And I have seen it where people have lost it because they forgot to pay. Like what I do for my clients is I send them a text message and say, it's you got 1 month to pay for this or it's going to expire. And then most of the time they give you another 2 to 3 weeks after that where you can't get it at all and it'll go into a sale, and people that know that you have a lot going on will buy that domain and wait for you to come and speak to them.
Oh, them sharks are just waiting for you.
Here,
Hmm.
let me hang on before you go anywhere. Okay, so I'm in your about page right now. I see your Cash App. Let me put this. I know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm going to email this to myself. Then I'm gonna pull it out through my phone because my app is on my phone. So let me see. I'm about to send you money now. I want it done AS whenever you can do it.
Well, I'm doing it tonight. Now, it may take a little bit of time to propagate. So what I'll do, through the internet, so you might see it before I see it. It just depends on the servers and how they're propagating with each other. But what
Mm-hmm.
I'll do is I will let you know as soon as I see it that it's up.
Right, right. Let me well maybe let me go to my Cash App now. Just put your see if I can find you in there with the name that I already have. Does this thing allow me to do a search? No, what I need to do is
Hey, Shannon, I figured he might like that. I just had to just put it out there.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm glad. I'm glad you did that because I'm happy with it. Because when that day when you said that, it's like alarms, everything went off. I better go lock this thing in now because this is
Hmm.
something I can't play with. Because
Hmm.
people be waiting in the bushes.
Hmm. Hmm. And then the next thing, Shannon, I want you to look at, you have to build slowly, just like Information Man says, is we can get you a blog going, a website, going.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then you can add that information and then you can backlink to your YouTube channel and you can embed your YouTube channel videos onto your blog, which is going to get you more organic leads and, more hits.
I like that. I do remember you saying that. Yeah, I'm really interested in that because I'm looking for all kind of avenues that can help promote, push it any way I can get it out there.
Hmm.
Any kind of avenue because it's only going to help me just grow that much more. Get there to my destination a lot quicker.
Absolutely. And I hope we all can do it together. That's what I'm trying to do. You
Yeah.
know, I I like doing this and I like doing the technology. That's always been my baby. But I also want to look into business avenues. And so I always have an open mind because I'm not going to count on Social Security. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And when I resigned from my job, when I was going to start my family with my husband, I lost a lot of potential because later on in life, then it was like, oh well, you know, you're older, or you're African American, oh you can't hit the ground running because you lost out on this number of years, and family was important to me. So I do my technology online and I help people with it because I still know what I'm doing. It's just that because of what you guys were just discussing about the work visas and them working cheaper and all of this, it's a mess. It's a mess. When I
Yeah.
do my website design, I don't do it as much anymore because people can go to companies that will say, pay us $20 a month and you can have a free website built for you. But what they don't get is that once they've done that, they're only going to give you the most basic. And then when you need help, then they say, oh, our consultation fee is $99 an hour.
Mm.
Oh, that's something different. And I can't build a website for free for anyone and expect them to pay me 9.95 or 19.95 a month because they might after the first month say, I'm done. I didn't really want to do this. And
Yeah.
then I've spent that many man hours or woman
Mhm.
hours in this case doing the design work.
Oh yeah,
Can't
yeah.
do it.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
But yeah, I
Okay,
got.
I just found you.
Mhm.
All right. He found me.
I might have some other more names, some other names I might have you locked down as well, Wimp Savvy. I got a few more names. I think I got another channel I already got started, YouTube channel. I
Okay.
think I'm gonna have you locking in and I'm gonna start at another one. I just figured out I'm having to branch out with another channel. It's like they just keep coming.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people, I didn't mention this at the time because I don't like people to think I'm, just trying to, gouge them. But some people, they actually get their name .com, .org, .net. I think as long as you have the .com, you're good.
Okay.
Um, the people that can't get their .coms, and they decide, okay, I want it spelled this exact way, and they have to go with .net or .org or whatever, then I just suggest that, they're very cautious about their products and their social media because what most people do is they type in the name and they go automatically .com.
Yeah.
And so if
Wow.
somebody else has it, then that advertisement, all of that, those leads are going to that person.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, if you can't get the .com, I wouldn't even do it.
Mm.
Man.
Okay, I just send you a Cash App.
Okay.
Let me
I'm
know
getting
if you.
on it. I
Let me
gotta
know
go,
if you
Shannon.
can
Okay.
go. Let's make sure that you did receive though.
Okay, okay. Let me go to it. Do 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 do. Here's my Cash App. Yeah, I see, because I see a little button that says I received something, and I see it. Okay, I'm getting on it. I gotta
All
All
go,
right.
right, my
Shannon.
sister.
All right.
Shannon,
Well,
take care
Thank
tonight.
you.
I'm gonna chill now. I enjoyed talking to you all. It was fun. I'll be back, brother. Keep doing your thing, and sister, you keep doing your thing too. And thank you.
I
I
Okay, and
got your
thank you.
email. You got my email, so just stay in contact, and we'll set up a whenever you do your thing on your channel, we'll set up a time for you to come on over my neck of the woods and give the people some knowledge.
Okay,
that
thank you.
sounds
Thank
good.
you. I
All right.
appreciate you.
Take care. All
Okay,
Thank
right.
bye
you.
Thank
bye.
you too. Peace.
All right. Well,
That's a cool brother.
yeah, I'm gonna end it. All right. Oh, hey everybody! I appreciate everyone coming out tonight for the watching chat. Okay, everybody. Thank you, Web Savvy,
You're welcome.
Information Man, Zero the Infinite, Angel, Miss Full Roller Sierra, Kathy Bates. Everybody, I appreciate everybody so much.
Okay, and Shannon, the only thing I wanted to tell you quickly that I had written you about earlier, we can talk
Okay.
another time. I know that you stream to Facebook as well, and I found out that Facebook has a new feature where you can make money from your streams on there too. So we can talk later.
That's what you were trying to hit me up about earlier.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, I knew. Oh, God.
And I know you stream on there. I was like, oh, I know someone who can use this right now.
Yeah, because that's what I got. Two destinations. I can Facebook and YouTube. Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
we gonna have to. Oh,
All right, take care,
all right.
man. Take
I
care,
appreciate
brother.
it. Thank you. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
bye bye.
Bye bye. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all coming out tonight. Be safe.